before you took your first breath, before your heart even knew how to beat. You chose this life. Sounds impossible, doesn't it? But what if I told you that the moment you were born was not a beginning, but a continuation? That somewhere, beyond time, beyond memory, your soul decided. It chose your name, your struggles, your victories, and even the people who would break your heart. Let that sink in. Now pause and type this in the comments if you feel the echo of this truth. I chose this life for a reason. Just writing it might awaken something ancient within you. And if that hits you somewhere deep, then like this video. Not for me, but for the version of you that's starting to remember. Because what we're about to explore will change the way you see every moment of your existence. This isn't just spiritual poetry. This is sacred knowledge, hidden in plain sight for millennia, encoded in the myths of the ancients, whispered through dreams, and buried beneath the noise of everyday life. You see, before you incarnated into this body, you were consciousness, vast, boundless, and eternal. You existed in a realm beyond physical form, where time bends and intention shapes reality. In that space, you made a choice, a sacred contract. You looked at countless timelines, countless bodies, and countless lives, and you selected this one, not because it would be easy, but because it would be necessary. That childhood pain? Chosen. The person who left you? Chosen. Even your greatest fears? Chosen. And yet that choice wasn't punishment. It was purpose, a divine design your soul crafted, not to suffer, but to grow, to remember, to awaken. This video will guide you into that memory. We'll explore ancient teachings long erased from mainstream thought. We'll wander through forgotten philosophies that once taught soul selection as the cosmic rite of passage. And we'll look at why this knowledge was hidden, and who benefits from you forgetting who you really are. But more than that, we're going to reveal how you can begin to remember. Because remembering isn't just a spiritual idea, it's a lived experience. It's that strange déjà vu you get when walking down a street you've never seen. It's that pull toward people you swear you've known forever. It's the dreams that feel more real than waking life. And it's the quiet, aching sense that there's something more, just beyond your reach. That more begins here. By the end of this journey, you won't just understand the concept of soul choice, you'll feel it. In your body, in your bones, in your soul. So stay with me. Because every second of this story has been lived before, by you. You just forgot. But now, you're starting to remember. There was a time, not so long ago, though the calendar might disagree, when this truth was known, taught, and revered in the hidden chambers of Egyptian mystery schools, in the silent mountains of Tibet, in the fire-lit caves of forgotten tribes. The elders spoke of it, not as myth, but as memory. They taught that before birth, each soul enters what some called the Hall of Mirrors, a dimension between lifetimes, a place where time dissolves and every choice echoes through eternity. In this space, the soul is met not by judgment, but by clarity. A kind of cosmic reflection, where all the lives you've lived and all the lives you could live lay before you like pages in an open book. From this place, you choose. The ancient Vedic texts call this loka, a metaphysical plane where the soul reviews its karma, its unfinished lessons, and its potential. Here, with the guidance of divine beings, some call them spirit guides, others ancestors, or deities, you map out your next incarnation. You decide who your parents will be, even if they abandon you. You choose the body, strong or frail, abled or burdened. You script your highest highs and your most devastating lows. But why? Because the soul is not seeking comfort. It is seeking evolution. This is echoed in the teachings of the Gnostics, who believed the material world is a divine playground of forgetting and remembering. To them, birth was a sacred descent, a purposeful fall from the light into matter, so that we might awaken within the illusion and return not blindly, but wisely. And yet, somewhere along the way, this wisdom was buried. The Roman Empire declared such teachings heresy. The mystics were silenced, the shamans were shamed, and the soul's eternal journey was flattened into one short life, judged by morality rather than purpose. Why? Because a person who knows they chose their life is powerful beyond measure. They stop blaming the world. They begin learning from it, and that threatens systems built on control. Imagine what changes when you no longer see yourself as a victim of circumstance, but as a conscious creator of it. When pain becomes a portal, when failure becomes initiation, when every betrayal, every loss, every scar becomes sacred. The Mayans carved this understanding into stone. The Egyptians wrapped it in myth. The Druids whispered it in groves. It's all been there, hidden in plain sight. But now you're hearing it again. Not as history, not as dogma, but as a memory stirring from deep within your soul. You feel it, don't you? That quiet voice saying, "I've known this before." It's not your imagination, it's your remembrance. And as we move forward, deeper into this truth, we will begin to decode how your soul designed the very architecture of your life, the symbols, the synchronicities, the people who trigger you most, all as teachers, mirrors, and keys. Because your life is not random. It is a blueprint, a soul map. And now we begin reading it. Picture this, a vast, shimmering expanse, untouched by time. No names, no bodies, just light, consciousness. You were there, not as a person, but as a soul, complete, eternal, a spark of the divine. In this space, you weren't alone. Other souls surrounded you, some familiar, soulmates, soul families, karmic partners. And before you was a tapestry, a breathtaking, intricate weave of lives, possible lives. You examined them, not with fear, but with wisdom. Each life was like a doorway. One led to wealth, but spiritual emptiness. Another to poverty, but profound inner peace. One promised fame, but hollow love. Another offered obscurity, but deep healing. And in that sacred stillness, you chose. You chose this life, with all its heartbreaks, its beauty, its challenges, because it held the perfect ingredients for your soul's evolution. Not random, not accidental, exact. The life you live now was the one that whispered, "Through me, you will remember who you truly are." Let that settle. But here's the part most people don't realize. You didn't just choose your experiences. You chose your lessons. The soul does not measure time in years or achievements. It measures progress in awareness, in compassion, in courage. You may have lived dozens, even hundreds of lives. But this one carries something different. A turning point. A breakthrough. Have you ever asked yourself why you're so drawn to spirituality? Why you feel things so deeply? Why you've felt like an outsider, like you don't fully belong here? It's because you've remembered more than most. You're not new here. You're ancient. And ancient souls often carry the heaviest burdens, not as punishment, but as preparation. You came here not just to heal yourself, but to ripple that healing into the world. To transmute ancestral pain, to break cycles, to awaken others, not by preaching, but by being. This is what the ancient Greeks hinted at with the myth of Lethe. The river of forgetfulness souls must drink from before reincarnating. But some, it is said, drank less, remembering fragments of the truth. Echoes. You are one of those souls. That déjà vu? That dream that felt more real than waking life? That moment you looked into someone's eyes and felt you'd known them for centuries. Those are leaks in the veil. And the more you align with your soul's purpose, the thinner that veil becomes. But here's the deeper truth. Your soul did not come here alone. The people in your life, the lovers, the enemies, the strangers who change your life with a single sentence, they were chosen too. Soul contracts made before birth, agreements sealed in the ether. Some came to uplift you, some came to break you. Both are sacred, because the soul knows that even pain is a teacher, especially pain. Think about that heartbreak that shattered you, the one you thought you'd never survive. Now think about who you became after, how your depth expanded, how your compassion grew, how your false illusions dissolved. Would your soul trade that? Or did it see the long game all along? This is the mystery we're unraveling. Your soul, before birth, planted seeds of growth, of remembrance, of awakening in every corner of your path. And now, those seeds are beginning to sprout. And if you're watching this right now, it's not a coincidence. It's a calling. Something within you is stirring, rising, reaching. You may not remember the entire contract yet, but you're beginning to feel its pull. Stay with me, because what comes next might just unlock a part of yourself you forgot was even there. Close your eyes for just a moment, not to escape, but to see. Beneath the noise, beyond the surface of your daily existence, there is a quiet rhythm, a pattern, a code. And it is not outside of you, it is you. You've likely felt it in those strange, synchronistic moments when a book falls off the shelf with the exact message you needed, or when a stranger says the words your soul was silently aching to hear. Those aren't coincidences. They're part of your soul's design, carefully placed markers, like cosmic breadcrumbs, guiding you home to yourself. Close your eyes for just a moment, not to escape, but to see. Beneath the noise, beyond the surface of your daily existence, there is a quiet rhythm, a pattern, a code, and it is not outside of you. It is you. You've likely felt it in those strange, synchronistic moments when a book falls off the shelf with the exact message you needed, or when a stranger says the words your soul was silently aching to hear. Those aren't coincidences. They're part of your soul's design, carefully placed markers, like cosmic breadcrumbs, guiding you home to yourself. But how? How does a soul, pure, formless energy, shape the storyline of a human life? The ancients taught that the soul works with what they called the Council of Light, higher beings who assist in crafting each soul's next incarnation. Not gods in the religious sense, but rather architects of evolution, devoted to helping souls unfold their fullest potential. Together, they don't write a script. They weave a map, a multidimensional blueprint that includes key events, core relationships, and emotional thresholds meant to awaken deeper truths. You don't choose every detail. Free will is sacred. But you choose the lessons, and the lesson shapes the landscape. Let me tell you a story. There was once a soul who had lived many lifetimes in silence, afraid to speak, afraid to shine. In its next incarnation, it chose to be born into a family that didn't listen, that dismissed its voice, that taught it to be small. Why? Because this time, the lesson was to find its voice anyway, to rise, not in spite of the challenge, but because of it. This is how the soul evolves. The wound becomes the initiation. The limitation becomes the liberation. The dark becomes the doorway. And here's the paradox. Your soul also knew you would forget all of this. That's part of the plan. Because only through forgetting can the joy of remembering be born. Only by losing yourself can you discover what can't be lost. This is the sacred tension of life. We are infinite beings playing a very convincing game of being small, being separate, being afraid. But the game begins to end the moment you awaken to the truth. You are not your story. You are the storyteller. The fears, the failures, the traumas, they are chapters. They are not you. You are the author who chose them to discover the wisdom hidden in their pages. Even now, as you watch this, parts of your soul contract are activating. Memories may surface. Old emotions may rise. That's not a sign of something going wrong. It's a sign of something unlocking. The more you awaken, the more your outer life begins to reflect your inner design. You may begin to notice repeating patterns. The same type of person showing up in different clothes, the same challenge reappearing in new forms. These are soul mirrors, showing you where your lessons lie. Ignore them, and they will repeat. Face them, and they will reveal. You are not here to escape your story. You are here to rewrite it with awareness. Now ask yourself, what have I been running from that I may have actually chosen? What pain have I cursed that may hold the key to my power? This isn't about blame, it's about ownership. You are not broken, you are becoming. And that shift, from victim to creator, from unconscious to awakened, that is the moment your soul begins to remember. So breathe, not just with your lungs, but with your awareness, because we're not done. In the next part of this journey, we will explore the deeper layers, the forgotten dimensions of your soul's journey, the paradoxes that confuse the mind but awaken the heart, and the truths that have been kept from you until now. Are you ready to go even deeper? Take a breath, not just to inhale air, but to feel the silence beneath the noise. Because where we're going now, it's not just knowledge, it's remembrance, not the kind you learn in books, but the kind your soul has always known. Let me ask you something. Have you ever met someone for the first time and felt like you've known them forever? Or walked into a place that felt strangely familiar, though you've never been there before? These are not accidents. They are echoes from other lives, other timelines, written in the pages of your soul's eternal book. Your soul is older than you think. It has worn many faces, lived in many bodies. And each time, it left a mark, not just on this earth, but on you. What you feel is intuition, what you call gut feelings, what you sense but can't explain. These are whispers from your soul's memory. But let's go deeper still. Many spiritual traditions speak of karmic imprints, energetic residues from past lives that follow us into the present. But karma is not punishment. It is not a cosmic scale demanding justice. It is unfinished music, a song your soul longs to complete. Perhaps in a past life, you betrayed someone you loved. So in this one, you meet a partner who betrays you, not to cause pain, but to help you understand the weight of your own actions, to birth forgiveness, and close the loop. Or maybe you lived lifetimes hiding your truth. So in this life, you're pushed onto stages, called to speak, forced to be seen until the fear burns away and the voice finally becomes free. This is the dance of the soul. Each lifetime is a classroom, each relationship, a teacher, each challenge, a curriculum of awakening. And here's what's even more incredible. Not only did you choose your path, but others chose theirs in relationship to you. You and your soul family, those who appear in your life again and again in different roles, made sacred agreements long before you met in this physical form. Some agreed to love you. Some agreed to leave you. Some agreed to wound you so deeply that you'd be forced to awaken. It's hard to accept, especially when the pain cuts deep. But from the soul's view, there is no cruelty, only courage. Courage to play the villain in someone else's story, if it will help them grow. Courage to walk away when your presence would hinder, not help. courage to endure pain, not as punishment, but as preparation. This is why forgiveness is so powerful, not just to heal wounds, but to remember contracts. When you forgive, you're not erasing the pain. You're honoring the role it played in your becoming. So the parent who couldn't love you the way you needed? The friend who betrayed you at your lowest? The stranger who showed up at just the right moment? They were all pages in the plan, threads in the tapestry your soul wove with infinite care. But here's where it gets even more profound. Even now, you are choosing. Every thought, every emotion, every decision, they echo forward into future timelines. You are not trapped by your soul contract. You are an active participant, rewriting it with every moment of awareness. And when you begin to live with that level of presence, when you stop asking, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What is this trying to awaken in me?" That's when everything shifts. Your suffering becomes sacred, your past becomes power, and your life, every messy, miraculous part of it, becomes a masterpiece. So now I ask you, what if your most painful moment was the one your soul chose on purpose? Not to break you, but to open a doorway to your highest self, a version of you that no longer needs to remember they are divine because they embody it. And you're closer to that version than you think. The final part of this journey is not just about understanding. It's about living this truth. Are you ready to walk through the veil and step fully into the life your soul chose with purpose? Let's finish this together. The veil is thinning now, and with each breath, you are slipping deeper into the awareness of who you truly are. Not just the person you appear to be in this lifetime, but the vast, timeless soul that has been and will be forever. You are more than your name, more than your body, more than your circumstances. You are the eternal, the infinite, the divine, wearing this temporary disguise. And the moment you realize this, your life shifts, almost imperceptibly at first, but with increasing power. In every moment of awareness, you begin to remember. In every act of compassion, you begin to become. And the most extraordinary part? This is just the beginning. Because now that you've begun to awaken to your soul's design, your life is no longer a series of random events and disconnected moments. It's a sacred unfolding. Every single thing you've experienced, every encounter, every heartbreak, has been pulling you toward this point. The point of realization. The point where you stop running from your pain, your fear, your confusion, and start living with purpose. And you'll find, as you embrace this, that life begins to rearrange itself around you. Synchronicities will multiply, messages will become clearer, and the people you need will begin to appear at the perfect moments. This is not coincidence. This is the soul's design taking form in the world around you. But here's the catch. This path isn't always easy. Awakening comes with its challenges. It's not about avoiding the darkness, it's about understanding it. It's not about avoiding the struggle, but about seeing it as the process of becoming. When you choose to live in alignment with your soul's purpose, you will inevitably encounter obstacles. Not because you're doing something wrong, but because these obstacles are the final layers of resistance that need to fall away. They are the tests that push you into your power, into your wisdom, into your highest self. But the key is this: you are not the obstacle. You are the one who transcends it. And each time you do, you grow stronger, wiser, more fully yourself. Remember, you chose this life, every moment of it. You chose it because this is where your soul needs to be right now to continue its journey of growth. Even the struggles, even the pain, are part of the divine plan. The ancient teachings spoke of this often, of the soul's evolution through a process of continuous becoming, shedding layers of illusion and limitation until it recognizes its own divine essence. It's like a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble to reveal the statue inside. You are that sculpture. You are the masterpiece in progress. And the beauty of it all is that you have the power to shape this story in real time. Every decision, every moment of clarity, every decision made with intention adds another stroke of brilliance to your soul's masterpiece. Every time you choose growth over stagnation, consciousness over ignorance, love over fear, you are adding depth, color, and meaning to the canvas of your life. But there's one final piece to this puzzle. One final truth that, when realized, will open up the greatest mystery of all. Your life, your soul's design, your path. It's all part of something much, much bigger. It's a story within a story, a piece of a cosmic tapestry that stretches far beyond your immediate awareness. And the more you align with your soul's purpose, the more you begin to see your connection to everything. You begin to feel the threads that bind all of humanity together, all of existence. This is why your soul chose this life, this path, because it is part of the grand unfolding. Your life is not isolated. It is a thread in the larger tapestry of human consciousness, a thread that, once you begin to remember who you truly are, will help weave the world back into its highest state of unity. So now, as you stand on the precipice of this realization, let me leave you with one final question. What are you ready to choose next? The next chapter of your soul's journey awaits, and it begins with the most powerful choice of all: to remember, to become. You've already chosen this life. Now choose to live it fully. Choose to awaken to your highest potential. Choose to embrace your purpose. Choose to remember that you are the one who wrote this story. And with that remembrance, you will realize the most profound truth of all. This was always your story to tell. The time has come to write the next chapter. Are you ready? Ready. As you stand at the edge of this profound truth, a new understanding is beginning to pulse through you, that the power to shape your life, to transform it from the inside out, has always been within your grasp. The veil has lifted, and now you see, clearly, that you are not merely living life as it comes. You are creating it. Your soul is not a passive observer, but an active participant in the cosmic dance of existence, influencing every step, every choice, every moment with deliberate intention. And this, my friend, is where your true power lies. It is in remembering that you are not bound by the past, by the traumas, by the mistakes or regrets. You are not a prisoner to your circumstances. You are the eternal soul, the creator of your own journey, shaping the reality around you with the choices you make in each moment. In every choice, you are choosing to become who you truly are, to step into your divine essence, to claim your place in the larger story of the universe. You see, the ancient wisdom was never about following a rigid path. It was about understanding the flow of the river, the flow of your soul's evolution. And just like a river, you can choose to move with the current, to embrace the unfolding, or you can resist, creating turbulence. But remember, there is no wrong choice. Every choice is simply a part of your soul's journey, a stepping stone toward awakening. And with each new step, you become more of the person you were always meant to be. Here's the magic. As you align more with your soul's design, as you begin to consciously choose the path of awakening, the universe itself begins to respond. The synchronicities become more frequent. The The signs become clearer. The people you need appear at exactly the right time. The struggles you face begin to lose their grip on you, because you now understand that they are not obstacles to be feared, but challenges to be embraced, stepping stones on the path of your evolution. And this brings us to the final realization, the moment when you no longer wonder why things happen. You no longer feel lost in the mystery, because you start to see the bigger picture, the divine symmetry in every part of your journey. In the grand dance of the cosmos, you are not alone. You are never alone. You are always in perfect harmony with the universe, whether you realize it or not. The key is to wake up to that truth, to understand that you, as a soul, chose this moment, chose this life, chose this path, and now you have the power to shape it with every thought, every action, every intention. So as you step into the next chapter of your journey, ask yourself, what are you ready to create? What are you ready to choose? Because now you are no longer just playing the game of life. You are the one writing the rules. You are the one shaping the story. And the most beautiful part of all, this is only the beginning. Your soul's journey is eternal. There are infinite layers yet to be discovered. And every time you make a conscious choice to step into your power, to remember who you truly are, you create a ripple that echoes throughout the fabric of the universe, awakening, transforming, and evolving not just your own life, but the world around you. So I leave you with this final thought. You have the power to rewrite your story. You have the power to step into your purpose. And you have the power to live the life your soul chose, fully, deeply, and without fear. The question is, will you choose to live it? Your soul is waiting, the universe is listening, and the world is ready for your light. Are you ready to shine? Now that you stand on the threshold of this awakening, you may feel a deep stir within, a call to action, a pull toward something greater than the ordinary. You might be sensing the subtle shifts in your perception, the whispers of ancient wisdom moving through you, like an unspoken promise that has been waiting for you to hear it. And this moment, right here, is your invitation to step fully into the truth of who you are. You've seen the veil lifted, you've touched the edges of the deeper mysteries, and now it's time to live them, not just in thought, but in every fiber of your being. The choice you face is not a one-time decision. It's a continuous unfolding, a conscious act of remembering. Every day, you choose to walk this path or remain on the one you've always known. But here's the thing. There is no turning back now. Once you glimpse the truth, once you understand that your soul is the architect of your reality, you can never unsee it. Every choice you make will be laced with intention. Every moment will hold more depth, more meaning. And that is the gift you've been waiting for. To live fully awake, to step into the role of the conscious creator of your own life. And yes, there will be moments when the old stories try to pull you back. The doubts, the fears, the patterns that seem too ingrained to break. But remember, these are the last remnants of a life you've already outgrown. The more you align with your soul's true design, the more these old scripts will fade into the background. They are nothing but illusions, offering you the illusion of control and comfort. But deep down, you know the truth now. You are the creator, the writer, the director. There will also be those who do not understand your journey. They may question your choices, challenge your beliefs, or even try to pull you back into the familiar patterns that once served you but no longer do. This is not their path. It is yours. The more you rise into your truth, the more you shine your light, the more it will illuminate the paths of others who are also searching. And as you walk in alignment with your soul's purpose, you will inspire those around you to do the same. This is the ripple effect of awakening. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, works with you, not for you, but with you. Every step you take toward living your truth, every conscious choice to embody your highest self, sends waves of transformation outward into the world. These waves will reach others, touching their lives in ways you may never fully understand. But that is the beauty of this journey. You are not alone in this. We are all connected, part of the same vast interconnected web of consciousness. And so, as we approach the final step of this journey, I ask you to reflect on one simple, yet profound truth. What if everything you've been searching for has already been within you, waiting for you to remember? The life you've always longed for, the peace you've sought, the purpose you've craved, it has always been a part of your soul's blueprint. You've simply been waiting for the moment to recognize it, to claim it, to become it. This is that moment. So, as you step forward into your next chapter, do so with clarity, with courage, and with the knowing that you are the creator of your reality. You are not a passive observer of your life. You are the one who writes the story. You are the one who chooses the path. And with each choice you make, with each breath you take in full awareness, you are stepping deeper into the life your soul has chosen for you. A life filled with purpose, with meaning, with transformation. This is not the end of your journey. This is only the beginning. And with that beginning comes the most beautiful gift of all, the gift of remembering who you are and living from that truth. So I leave you with this final question. Are you ready to write your next chapter? Because the pen is in your hands, the story is yours to create, and the universe is waiting for you to step into your power. The time to remember, to create, to live your soul's truth is now. And you are ready. As you stand at the precipice of this realization, the world before you seems vast and full of endless possibilities. And in this very moment, you realize that the choice has always been yours. The power to transform your life, to create the future you desire, has always been lying dormant, waiting for you to remember it. This is the point where the journey becomes truly yours, where the energy you've been cultivating all along, whether consciously or unconsciously, begins to shift in profound ways. The universe, in all its infinite wisdom, is constantly providing you with the opportunities to evolve, to awaken, to become more aligned with the highest truth of who you are. And as you take that first step into the unknown, with faith in your soul's purpose, know that you are supported by forces both seen and unseen. You are not alone in this process. The entire cosmos is aligned with your growth. But here's where it gets really interesting. Your soul's evolution is not just about you. The choices you make, the shifts you undergo, are not isolated events. As you grow, so do those around you. As you awaken to your divine power, so too do those around you begin to recognize their own. This is the ripple effect of enlightenment. In every interaction, in every conversation, in every moment, you are influencing the world around you. And this influence is not just through your actions or words, it is through the energy you radiate. You are an energetic beacon, calling others to remember their own truth. This, too, is part of the sacred agreement your soul made before entering this lifetime. To be a guiding light for others, to help others find their own path to awakening. So, as you walk through this life, with the awareness of your soul's eternal journey, know that you are also a part of something greater, a collective evolution of consciousness. Your journey is not just personal, it is universal. every choice you make ripples out, creating a wave of change in the world, and that is something truly extraordinary. Now, as you stand at the threshold of this transformation, ask yourself once again, what will you choose next? Will you choose to continue in the patterns of the past, or will you step fully into your divine truth? Will you choose to remain in fear, or will you choose to embrace the unknown with open arms and a heart full of trust? The answer is yours. It always has been. And remember, every step you take from here on out is a conscious creation. Each decision you make, each action you take, is an opportunity to step further into the divine blueprint your soul has been working to manifest. This is not a destination. This is the journey of becoming. You are the creator. You are the architect. You are the divine being that has chosen this path. And every moment you live in alignment with that truth is a step toward greater peace, greater love, greater connection, and greater freedom. So go forward. Live fully, live consciously, live awake. And know this: the life your soul has chosen for you is already unfolding. You have simply to step into it. With every breath, with every choice, you are becoming more fully who you were always meant to be. The journey is yours to create. Are you ready to begin? As you take the next step forward, fully aware of your power, your potential, and your divine purpose, remember that this path is yours alone to walk. But you are never walking it in isolation. You are part of a vast, interconnected web of souls, all on their own journeys of growth, discovery, and transformation. Every choice you make, every moment of awakening, reverberates through the fabric of the universe. That final breath you took just now, the one filled with awareness, purpose, and possibility, that wasn't just a breath. That was the echo of your soul reclaiming its place in this world. This is what it means to truly awaken, not in some grand external event, but in these quiet, powerful moments where your inner world shifts and suddenly, everything is different. You're no longer looking out there for answers, because now you know they've always been within. And maybe, for the first time in a long time, you're not afraid of what's ahead, because the mystery no longer frightens you, it excites you, because your soul didn't come here for certainty. It came for experience, for growth, for remembering. And so, as we close this sacred journey together, I want to leave you with this. There are no accidents. If this video found you, it's because some part of you, maybe a part you haven't heard from in years, asked for this. Maybe you prayed for clarity. Maybe you whispered into the night for a sign. Or maybe your soul simply nudged you toward a truth it could no longer keep hidden. Whatever brought you here, it was divine. And now the question is no longer if your life has meaning. It's, what will I do with the meaning I now feel pulsing through my being? Let this be the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter written not in fear, but in fire. Not in confusion, but in clarity. Not in forgetting, but in full-bodied, soul-awakening remembrance. You have seen behind the veil. You have touched the eternal. You have remembered who you truly are. So take this awareness and live. Not half asleep, not in survival mode, but with purpose, with magic, with the knowing that every breath you take is a sacred act of creation. And if you ever find yourself lost again, as all of us do at times, come back to this. Come back to this truth. Re-watch this journey, and let your soul remember once more. Because you're not just here to exist, you're here to awaken the world, simply by being the truest, most soul-aligned version of you. Thank you for walking this path with me. Thank you for trusting your soul's voice, and thank you for choosing to remember. Until we meet again, in this realm or the next, stay awakened. Stay eternal, stay powerful. Your journey has only just begun, and now it's your turn to guide others home.